Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at The Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. Hype Talk. Are you looking to leverage your brand to promote ideas that encourage positive behaviors, raise awareness, and or promote social change? Then look no further than Hype Talk Marketing and Events. Give us a call today at area code 713-332-8237 or shoot us an email to hello@hypetalk.co. coldhardfash.com. At Cold Hard Fash, our mission is to support creativity in fashion, beauty, and the arts. To connect with culture creators, follow us on Instagram at Cold Hard Fash and subscribe at www.coldhardfash.com.
Hello, hashtag family. What's up? Welcome to another episode of hashtag. We have the whole crew for y'all today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been a little straggly. You know, somebody here, somebody there, somebody ain't there. But today is everyone is here today. We have a really good show for y'all. So we can get started. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at _Tiffany NoCo. Also hit me on Twitter because I like to talk a lot of shit on Twitter. But I started it like a year ago, I think. Maybe less than that. But I'm really going to follow us on there because I deleted my old one. But anywho, y'all go hit me up on there too so I can talk shit to y'all. But let's go ahead and roll in the rest of the crew. Zane, what's up?
Man, what's good, hashtag fam? Glad to be back, man. I'm glad to have Chris Yvette back, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, first and foremost, hey, like, Tiff, they got this in Gucci? I'm trying to see.
What is happening?
Scarf on your head. I need that.
This is that fresh African print for y'all.
I need that. I need that in Louis. I need that in all that. But, man, first and foremost, make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms at Zane Taught Me. Like I said, it's glad to be back. I've got a lot of shit we're going to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? But, Chris, what's good? Chris back in the H, man. She had to handle some business. What's good?
Hey, Zane. You know, like your hair, everything. Zane got this haircut.
Yes,
It
sir.
look like a puppy tummy. Very nice. It's your girl, Chris Yvette. You can find me here at Shershay_Law_Chris. Almost forgot my whole username on IG. But, yeah, it's Wednesday and we're back. What's
I'm
this?
excited.
I am
I don't
too.
know what this. Ooh, what is this Wednesday?
What is this Wednesday? We did Wet Wednesday last time.
We did do Wet Wednesday.
So what Wednesday is this?
It could be Wild Out Wednesday.
I like Wild
We
Out
could do Wild
Wednesday.
Out
We'll
Wednesday.
take it.
We ain't did Wild Out
We
Wednesday.
ain't done that in a while.
It's kind of classic, you know what I'm saying? It's kind
It
of
is
cliche, I
classic.
guess you could
Yeah.
say, but fuck it. Wild Out Wednesday. Take a fucking shot. Hashtag fam. What's good?
Yes.
Take a shot.
Take a shot.
I have Wavy Wednesday in this house.
I like Wavy Wednesday.
Because my birthday is tomorrow, so at midnight,
Oh,
I'm bitch
shit.
getting lit.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
getting lit. I'm taking shots. Real shots.
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
So,
How old you
yeah.
turning?
Oh, it's a celebrate today.
Ooh.
How old you turning into?
Never ask a lady.
You don't ask a lady how old she is.
I just want to say
You have a
congratulations.
Keep
Oh,
my,
Just say congratulations.
I'll keep people guessing. You know
Congratulations
what I'm saying?
then. My fault. I forgot.
Appreciate it.
Excuse me.
Appreciate it.
Ooh, manners.
I just look, man. I normally don't ask women that question unless they just look old as fuck. So like, take it as a comment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's
Oh.
sweet.
so don't take it the wrong way. So I
fine.
apologize. My mama taught me right for a long time. I used to never ask that question. People would ask, and I'd be like, "You're not supposed to ask lady how old she is." And then one time, like I said that, and the girl was like, "What you mean?" So like now, like I'm on the fence with that shit. So, and at the same time, I gotta ask because you know people out here catching cases. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask that question.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta ask the motherfucking
In
question.
those cases, though, I
Let me
feel
see.
like if you have to ask the question, don't
Don't
even
ask.
bother.
Yeah.
Don't
What you
even
mean? Yeah, you just say,
bother.
"Hey,
I
girl,
ain't gonna
happy
lie.
birthday."
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I was at a TSU homecoming, this past homecoming. There was a girl out there looking good. Everybody was like, "Yeah, get at her." Start chopping it up with her. Got her number. texted her, like, what school you go to? She was like, guess. And I was like, shit, TSU? She was like, nah. She was like, Spring High School or some shit.
Oh, that's a no.
I immediately blocked her. She was like, I'm 18. No, blocked. Don't give a fuck.
And I'm sad.
Wow.
Blocked. I was like, hell no.
Wow.
That's why I got to, you know, you got to ask. She look like she's about 21. So, like, you talking about if you got to ask. Like, nah. These girls.
This is true.
I was in
This
high
is
school.
true.
Girls looking like they was in college. Like, you're crazy. Women mature way faster, so you gotta fucking ask, like, for real. There's girls that are like 23 that look like they 16, so like that shit don't mean nothing.
That's all
true.
chicks today. That's because
true.
the way they eat.
For
They
real.
look grown as hell.
Ask for
I
the
ain't gonna lie.
ID unless
These
you're trying to
bitches
catch
out here
They some
built,
big
and I'm
bitches.
upset because
They
that
some
shit
big
did not
bitches.
happen for me in high school. Well, my butt was always big, but up top didn't grow in, and I'm upset. I don't know what the fuck they eating, but I should have been eating that too. What's in their water?
You should have ate some more Wheaties then. I don't know, something.
I don't know. Anywho,
Anyway,
let's roll into our topics
Wavy
because this is
Wednesday.
gonna get wild in a minute.
apparently.
So the first thing that we will talk about, Zane and I discussed it on last week's episode, but there is, of course, so much more to talk about, and that is on the subject of Nipsey Hussle's passing. So it was just announced, like 2 days ago, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, that they're actually going to hold a public funeral, and the funeral is going to be held at the Staples Center in downtown LA. Now this is pretty big, just because one, we've seen a lot of people come out and do their tributes city to city. It's a lot of love for him, but it's big because the only other artist to ever have their funeral held at the Staples Center was Michael Jackson. And that seats 21,000 people. So it went live again. I can't remember if it was a day or 2 days ago that it went live. But anywho, it like the tickets were gone within like
it went
10
today.
minutes.
It was like 2-3 days ago for sure.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 days ago for sure.
They were gone within like 10 minutes of them being on the site. And that was, of course, expected. But here's the downside to that. Those tickets were free. Just for people who supported him, people who he touched to come out and be a part of the service. And, of course, you got motherfuckers that are going to take advantage of such. And they are now selling those tickets on Craigslist and various other sites anywhere between $100 to $500 for the
I think
ticket.
some going for 600. 6-0.
That is
R.I.P.
sick.
Nip.
That's
Know
sick
what
as
I'm
fuck. That's sick.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen one shorty, she put on Twitter. She was like, you know what I'm saying? If you need a ticket, let me know. I got like four, like $100 a piece. Like Nip said, all money in. She tried to quote this nigga Nip on why she was selling the tickets. Bitch, I'm so glad she ain't living the age. I ain't gonna lie, like, she is so crazy for that shit. She tweeted that shit confidently. That is so disgusting. Are you selling tickets to, you know what I'm saying, memorial service for a fallen activist, a fallen soldier, you know what I'm saying, a leader in the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that shit really just blew me away. That's why I really, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't even want it to go like that, like, to be at Staples Center, because I knew it was going to turn into a whole debacle for sure.
Yeah.
I wish there was a place that could just, like, damn near, the memorial, like, in fucking an open field, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can just pull up to it, which you know what I'm saying? That's just not, that's not realistic. I get it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But damn, selling the tickets, like, people really ain't got no fucking decorum, no shame, no nothing. That shit really blew me away. I couldn't believe it, but at the same time, I wasn't fucking surprised.
It's not surprising.
People really copped them tickets with the genuine, with the actual, like,
Intent
plotting.
to
You know what I'm
sell
saying?
them.
The intent to sell them. That's crazy. Like,
That's
I was like,
crazy. It's
I was
fine.
gonna get I didn't know they were gonna sell it that fast. I was gonna get a ticket. I was like, shit, I might catch a flight. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Like, I really fucked with Nip. You know what I'm saying? I was down bad for a little bit after he passed, cause you know what I'm saying. But people out here really copping funeral tickets to sell.
It's crazy. You know what? For me, it's weird the thought of going to a funeral for somebody else. I don't know. It's like weird to have a celebrity funeral for the public to me. For me, it's never been a thing that I've been with because I think that, yes, everyone across the world, we how should I say, we share this experience with them through being fans, and this connection that's unsaid, right? Because you may have never met the person, but there's still like this connection through them, through their music and through the acts that they do, right? And I understand wanting to also, how should I say, you also mourning as a fan, but I just feel like for people of that caliber, because it brewed things like this in people's mind, it should be private. I just feel like it should be a private event. And I said that, and people were kind of coming at me like, would they do it for any other artist? Why wouldn't they do it for him? And it's true. But again, for me, just for artists, I've never been a fan of their funerals being a public event. I just don't think all of that is necessary. And especially because we've seen so many different cities have their own separate tributes and their balloon releases, and just held things for him and their paintings and stuff. It's like we've all had our own things. I just didn't feel that it was necessary for the funeral to be a public event. Personally, I just wasn't with it.
I disagree with you.
I don't.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing new.
It's nothing new. That's true.
But I'm saying there's just no. And this is an opinion for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, yeah, off the top of saying it's an opinion. But I'm just saying I just don't see. Yeah. There's literally like no. There's no reason for us not. You know what I'm saying? Why does it need to be private? Like there's no rule that says shit's like no. There's something that needs to be private.
There's no rule
at all. And it's not like a celebrity thing either. Like for hundreds of years, like even when pharaohs died, they would carry the pharaoh like casket through the whole. I'm just saying it's like people in position of power, and celebrities have a lot of power. Within every country in the world. Like they their celebration of life is during a funeral, memorial, whatever, and it's like it's open to the public because those people have influence on society and whatnot. So it's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Obama dies.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? When he passes away, I hope it don't happen no time soon.
Lord.
I mean, I think most presidents, their funerals are pretty private, but I feel like his might not be. You know what I'm saying? He had an impact on the culture.
Yes.
All that blah. But like, do you want it to be private? Like, why do you?
Because okay, and I'm just saying this from a personal. And again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from a personal, for me, I'm like, okay, let me put myself in their shoes. Would I want my service to be public? I wouldn't. Like, I want my shit to be private for my family and my friends, people who were, I don't want to say that was actually like close to me and knew me, because like I said, it goes back to those fans having that connection with people and them inspiring them in different ways. But I wouldn't want my stuff to be public. I just wouldn't. I don't want people coming to watch me dead in a casket.
His actual funeral is like going to be private. The memorial is open to everybody. So like with me, like I don't know, like, there's these certain people in life that you might actually have an impact on and shit. They might want to come, to a memorial service and be like, hey, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zane had a real huge impact on me one time. Like, he did this for me. He doesn't even know, like, that shit really helped me get through some shit. And then, like, right then and there, like, your family members, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more at peace. Like, Zane really did some shit out here on this earth. Like, and it's like Nip did that for millions of people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if people want to come out and remember him and talk about, like, how shit, I was in the streets, I was doing this and that. He got me through this. Like, his music got me through this. Seeing him do this got me through that. Like, D-Wade, like, shit, like, we seen that commercial that came out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had impact on people's lives, too. And I'm sure, like, if, let's say he passed away and had open memorial service, too, like, you want to see the impact. Your family wants to see the impact that, your son or daughter had on society and people that they might have even personally met. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing by any means. I'm not saying
more so that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, my personal opinion,
What you think, Chris?
I don't really agree with it.
What you think?
I think it's really just at the family's discretion. I think someone like Nipsey Hussle, who had such a huge impact not only in LA or Crenshaw, but just in general, even on a global scale. I mean, I knew he was Eritrean from looking at him. I was like, this dude
he's
definitely.
West African.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you definitely are East African. Even when he first came out, I was like, you definitely have an Ethiopian or Eritrean parent.
I thought Ethiopian.
Yeah, like either way, for me, I just feel like it's at the family's discretion, just due to the fact that he has had such an impact culturally. Why not? I don't see a problem with it. I'm just like, go for it. That's probably what he would want, just based on the type of person that person that he is. So for me, I think it's just more about that person and their spirit and you knowing them. And he's a pretty public personality, you know what I mean?
Like, he was private about his private shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But like when it was about love, like spreading love and shit like that wasn't private, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel
so
that.
like this, like it's been all love when it comes to his legacy and all that, blah blah blah. Really ain't heard too much like violence going on at the shit, his memorial services and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't see this as a bad thing at all. Some people you can like literally like you see how they operate and move around, like, oh yeah, they probably don't want a service like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I get it. I guess it's a personal personal opinion, and also like Chris said, it's really up to the family. I just like, and I kind of take that also from going to the service that we had here, out in Houston. You know, when I was walking up, I'm just like, you know, I felt like, okay, you know, people are gonna legitimately be out here just because they want to like pay their respects, and then I'm out here seeing bitches in sequin jumpsuits with 6-inch heels. I'm just like, this is the type of shit that I don't want to see walking up to it, because you're not here because you want to pay your respects. You're here because you want it to be a fucking show about you.
Yeah,
like go home.
Yeah,
go home.
The staple, the look though. But I agree with that. Fuck all that, because we already know that the Staples Center, this little Memorial Store, is about to be a fashion show for sure.
Oh,
like
sure.
you're gonna have so many people
sure.
in there
People
for the
pulling out their
wrong
fits and
reasons,
shit. Yeah, like, what
for
you
the
doing?
wrong reasons, and that's more so a little bit. How should I say? That's actually my main reason for me saying that it shouldn't have been, my personal opinion, been a public thing, because I know it's gonna be so many people in there just for the wrong fucking reasons.
No,
Like,
for sure. I mean,
yeah.
when it's all said and done, like, I mean, I'm happy that, you know, it's not just an exclusive event for his family. You know what I'm saying? It was open to everybody. But speaking of exclusive, this portion of the show is sponsored by the Sphere exclusive team. Looking for exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else? Look no further than our Sphere exclusives found only on Patreon. We've got behind-the-scenes shots happening daily at the Sphere Podcast Studios. Each show on the podcast network curates episodes that are only delivered to Patreon subscribers. Plus, we deliver the show live from start to finish in our Discord server that's exclusive to our Patreon family. Sign up today at www.thesphere.tv/Patreon to join our $2, $5, $8 Patreon tier and get access to all the exclusive content we offer at the Sphere.
so just to wrap that up, also there was a something going around for people to sign to change the name of the intersection for Crenshaw and Slauson, West Slauson, and that actually happened. So that intersection is now going to be called Nipsey Hussle Square.
I'm just glad.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just glad it's just an intersection though, because like they're talking about changing the whole street, and I was like, y'all tripping. Like, first off, like that boy Nipsey straight out of Slauson, bro. Like
Right.
that's his
Right.
hood. That's
Right.
his hood. He got it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm pretty sure he would not want to change that whole either. Like y'all crazy. So the little intersection is cool. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
sure. I think that's dope.
Okay, so that's that. We can roll into some other stuff, and this also relates to Nipsey Hussle, but it is, as he has said, the more goofy time that we're going to entertain. So Kodak Black, we have heard a lot of him and his foolishness over the last couple of weeks. So Kodak Black got on IG Live, having this conversation with some friends that was around him, and he started talking about Lauren London, and he made a few comments, but I think people found the whole thing disrespectful, but one thing that he said, he was like, oh, Lauren is about to be a whole widow out here. I'll be the best man that I can be for her. I might have to give her like a year or something, give her some time, and then she can come like lay on my chest. Like, basically just being very disrespectful about Lauren, and also toward Nipsey too. So that became like a whole hype, and then the game responded, sending him threats. Tank and then T.I. also got on there sending him a lot of threats also. So people were basically like, you need to apologize. You know, what you said is fucking disrespectful. She just lost her husband.
I just want to address this. Like, I really want to. I'm glad we're talking about this. First off,
Yeah.
the game, like, bro, you're a hypocrite. Shut the fuck up. Like, you out here talking about fucking niggas' wives, and actually you being gay. Like, oh, I hit her first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because it's your homie, and y'all feel like that's your homie property. Blah blah blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, and then first off, Kodak was like wasn't really. He was kind of off. He was kind of off camera. He wasn't like really talking to the
Right.
camera. But his dumb ass should remember that he was on Instagram Live. You know what I'm saying? So that was low key his fault. I feel like that was more of a private conversation than anything.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And like, just being real, like, niggas be saying crazy shit all the time, like behind closed doors. I'm sure a lot of people said that crazy ass shit, like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's all said and done, like, Kodak Black is a real ignorant, real street nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
And-
he just
No,
ignorant.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying I know a lot of people like him, like for sure. Like, they don't give a fuck about none of that. They say crazy shit all the time. I'm just saying, I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm just saying, like, I'm just
you're
saying,
right
like,
though.
well, I'm saying, like, I don't know why people are expecting like more
More?
from him. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Yeah.
He's young as fuck. Like, he does not give a fuck.
He don't.
You know what I'm saying?
He's young as fuck.
He's
Tell him,
young as
Zane.
shit. He
Zane a
don't.
whole grown
I'm just
man out
saying,
here.
he don't give a fuck I just, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, he looks like an evil troll.
Like the
though.
He
radio,
look like a beetle.
like radio stations talking about like they not playing music no more. They T.I. took him down to the trap museum. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I heard that.
Like I seen it. I seen the video.
I love T.I.
Kodak snapping back was fucking funny. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna, Kodak really funny.
So
ass nigga. That was fucked up. I don't condone what he said.
did you? He said, "See, I just mad because ain't nobody gonna want
When
tiny
when
ugly
he
ass."
died, when he died. That was fucked up.
That's not. It's not funny, but it was funny.
You laughing
It
though?
was funny when I heard it. It was funny. I'm sorry. It was disrespectful, but it was funny too.
Yeah.
But I just think you know, just to summarize everything I'm saying, like it was an off-camera conversation for if we being real.
Mm-hmm.
He just like forgot he was probably being recorded because like he not that retarded, but maybe he is. Shit, who knows? He probably is. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it really got not blown out of proportion, but it's like why is everybody on his head? You know what I'm saying?
As
like
they should be, though.
I mean, yeah, for sure, but
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, Zane.
I don't
No. My thing is,
I don't
Zane.
know.
I'm sorry. I feel like when you are someone of a certain status, when you're in that upper echelon, a whole different tax bracket, you understand what I'm saying? You have to move differently. So for me, it's like, all right, if I'm Kodak Black and this is the money that I have and this is the attention that I have, not only just within my scope, but outside of that, I need to be more mindful. I need to be more, and you're right, people do have those side conversations.
But
However,
not even. Go ahead. Not
the
even.
nigga young. Niggas record everything nowadays. I mean, it's very clear and evident of that. So you have to be mindful. It's like my G, like he just should have been more cognizant.
But what he
That's
said,
my
but what he
thing.
said wasn't just like. I mean, what he said was disrespectful.
Absolutely.
But like he was just like, oh, like I'm gonna give her like a year and then I'm gonna come there. I'm gonna let her lay on my chest. I'm trying to take care of her. I'm saying he could have been way more disrespectful. What
But
he
the
said.
fact
What
you
he
have
said,
a whole scenario,
yeah,
like
you know
my
what I'm saying?
nigga.
And then, but on top of that though, like if you just keeping it real, he probably didn't know Nipsey at all. So like he probably
true.
didn't give a fuck. I'm just being real. Like it's like in real life too. Like you hear about somebody dying, like, oh, that's so sad. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably didn't really have an impact on him. Like
Yeah.
Nipsey had an impact on us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I know niggas like Kodak and like
Yeah, I
they
do
don't
too.
give a fuck. Like don't give a fuck. Like what are you talking about?
I
Like,
do too.
Nipsey
No.
wasn't my friend.
I
Shouldn't have got
think-
caught lacking. Like I ain't gonna lie. I
Well-
know niggas like him. So like it's just like I guess I just get. I don't get where he's coming from because that's not me. That's not what I'm on. I got a lot of love for Nip. But I wasn't. But everybody like turned into warriors real quick, and I was like, damn, I don't know why am I chilling so hard. Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why y'all. People
think that-
people like boycott Kodak, mute Kodak. I'm like, bruh.
I don't
But
listen
you
to
know
the
how
nigga anyway.
cancel culture is. They quick to cancel somebody over any fucking thing.
And
They
that's
always
just stupid.
you're
It's
Like
dumb.
they're so quick to do that. So that's not even a
Cancel.
surprise. But I
Girl.
think honestly, and again, I'm not defending. I think what he said was very disrespectful. I mean,
Absolutely.
I feel like it was way too soon to make those comments in the state that she's in. Like this is fresh, you know what I mean? And even going down the line, it still would be disrespectful, but I think it would be taken differently. But anywho, I feel like he really just didn't understand how disrespectful it was. I think he said the shit like just off some conversation, but I don't really just don't think he
I think
really
he just don't give a
got
fuck.
how
I think it's a
disrespectful
combination
it
of
was.
both. I think he for sure don't.
I don't
give a
think
fuck.
he's seen the disrespect in it.
I don't think he probably. I don't think he listened to Nipsey music at all. I don't think he gave a fuck that he about the block. I
Nah.
don't think he cared about. He probably wasn't even aware of like the activism that Nipsey was on. He probably wasn't even aware. Nor did he care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just it. And then Florida niggas are different. I ain't gonna lie to
They
you.
way
So,
different.
Yo,
like,
people
Florida
from
niggas are
Florida,
different.
no offense if you watching you from Florida, y'all are wild.
Yeah, they
Like,
different. for
fuck.
sure.
Did y'all hear about what happened in Florida recently with that Good Samaritan? It was on Breakfast Club. He bought everybody food. This is so off topic, but it was just Florida. He bought everybody food and gave everybody $20 in Waffle House. And this happened in Gainesville, Florida, y'all. And he, one person, he didn't pay for his meal. No, him and his girl. So his girl was like, damn, you ain't gonna pay for my meal or whatever. And I don't know what happened, but old boy did, hey, I'll be right back. Got that hammer.
Which one?
The dude who was defending his girlfriend
Oh, okay.
got that hammer and shot the Good Samaritan. And he died. Yeah, it was on the news.
Wow.
Yeah. So Florida, I don't know what y'all doing out there, niggas. And that's a whole different topic I do want to talk about.
Nah,
another
Florida,
day.
wow for sure.
And this actually does, and it
out
reminds
of
me
control.
of, and it reminds me of Nipsey because it's just like we want to do good things for people. Like seriously, we want to do good things. I know I do. I want to save the world if I could. Like if I could just feed the world and put them in my bosom and just rock them. It's tequila and just rock the world. Like here, there, I love you. I totally would do it. Like, but the world we live in now, look at the shit niggas do, just out of line disrespectful. Nipsey, murked. This random ass nigga at the Waffle House trying to be good, pay for meals, give people $20, murked. You got niggas like Kodak Black talking about your family. Don't give a fuck. I think you're being a little generous. I just don't think he gives a damn. I think he is fully aware and cognizant of everything he says and comes out his mouth. He just doesn't give a fuck.
I don't think so.
You know,
I think
a lot of people like that. I know, like Kodak though got a lot of hate in their heart. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't really care about a lot of shit. I'm just being, a lot of hate in your heart, don't care about a lot of shit. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times, like that kind of mindset can really be kind of spawned from like your upbringing and your environment. I know that's not an excuse, but like that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just the fact of the matter.
Dang.
When it's all
I
said
want to
and
get
done.
that last topic in real quick.
Which one?
The next one.
What?
Because, you know, we this is a quick show today, guys.
No, it is a quick show.
Quick.
We can roll into it real quick.
We
I was
can.
going to say something, but we'll just wrap it up because it was just really going off the same thing that I was going to say or that I said anyway. But so the next topic that we have is actually about Dwayne Wade and his son, Zion. So let's just go ahead and congratulate Dwayne Wade on 16 seasons in the NBA. He will be retiring. This is his last season. He actually just had his last home game for Miami Wednesday? No, today's Wednesday. Tuesday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. But he just had his game, and Budweiser did a tribute for him. He actually had a shout out from Barack. So it's a really big deal. Me personally, I came across the NBA basketball back in 2006. It was because my uncles forced me, but I watched that when they won the championship, Miami, when it was the big three. So I've been following the path of Dwayne Wade for a long time. So gang will miss
that
you,
nigga name is spelled wrong. That's on Dwayne.
Yeah.
And it bothers me so much. It's like Dwayne. Like, I don't understand. I mean, that's totally neither here nor there. Every time I see his name, I'm like, damn, what your mom spelled your name wrong, bro. It's not Dwayne. It's like Dwayne.
I mean, his mom's.
I don't know. It's Dwayne.
I mean, I'm saying, like, you know about his mama though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
I'm
no
aware.
disrespect to your mama. I'm just saying.
Was she
Dwayne's
Dauphine?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like,
No
so,
offense.
Like, yeah, but like,
Just saying.
just keep it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised name spelled like that, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dwayne Wade, man. Wade County. You know what I'm saying? That's Wade County, man. Like, he really, and one thing, Dwayne Wade was really a stand-up dude. Like, he never really had too many scandals. Like, he got with Gabrielle Union. He was pretty, faithful. I don't think I really ever heard him cheating, any cheating scandals on Gabrielle Union. Like, you see him supporting his son, who came out as gay, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Dwayne Wade doesn't have really any bad vibes. He stayed loyal to the franchise. He didn't leave. He stayed in South Beach. You know, he was a cold player. He could have been like everybody else and dipped. There's only cold players in the league that actually, stick it out with their franchise for, as long as Dwayne Wade did. So, like, he's loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like, shit, I know he knew the last couple of years he wasn't going to win. After LeBron left, I knew he knew, and he probably knew, like, I'm not going back to the championship again, but shit, I'm going to stay loyal to South Beach and I'm going to get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, he got his rings or whatever. Yeah. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dwayne Wade, man, salute to you, man, for being a stand-up dude. Yeah. You definitely, that commercial you had, it shows that you had an impact on people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No matter, people, celebrities do shit all the time, like, whether it be a scholarship or, like, indirectly by their life story, like, they really do have an impact on people, positively, and they don't even know it, you know what I'm saying? So, like that girl, I think that girl, he got her, you got her a scholarship or whatever, and, she gave her a cap and gown to him. Like, shit like that. Like, I be hearing, like, I got this scholarship from so-and-so, and it's like, I never, they never really got to meet him or whatever. I got to meet him one time, took a little picture, and it was really just, like, maybe a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It was deeper than that. Like, she really fucked with him. She really felt like she went to college if it wasn't for, Wade, and, like, you could tell, like, he was like, oh, shit, like, I really made a difference, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it wasn't nothing to him. Like, some people, like, they're kind to everybody, and this shit, like, shit, I was just trying to be a good dude, or, like, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, salute to that. And it's like, salute to Dwayne Wade, man. Like, I'm glad he gets retired now, kick it with his beautiful family, and
they cute little baby.
Salute, you know what I'm saying? All that.
That baby's so cute. Shady baby, she's so cute. But Chris, you want to go ahead and roll in what you wanted to talk about in regard to him?
Yeah, so we were just talking about, and it's pretty much a hot topic. A lot of people feel a way about this 11-year-old boy going to Pride, Miami Pride. Shout out Miami Pride. I've been to Miami Pride. That shit is lit. But also they have things where you can bring your family and stuff like that and whatever. But I think the biggest thing is, for me, I think the black community, that's where the biggest issue for me. And like I said, I'm a part of the black community. Clearly, you see me, I'm black. Part of the black community. I think we have the biggest issue with it. But I don't know. To me, it has to deal a lot with religion. I think it has to deal with a lot of people being fed things and having in turn believing it versus doing the research, and then just we have a groupthink problem. I don't know if you guys know what groupthink is. Read it up, read about it. Groupthink. That's what the biggest issue is with this situation. I think black people are trying to correlate this to religion and other things that don't necessarily apply, versus just having your own opinion and just going with it. So that's just me.
So, just kind of not really piggyback, but just like my input on that is like, it's first off, like I think I had not an argument, but like a little discussion yesterday. Like, it's 2019. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you identify as gay, straight. I don't care if you want to be a door. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you want to sleep with your car.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't condone. Don't fuck your animals though. You know what I'm saying?
Kids.
They really your kids.
Wow.
Like both
Yeah.
those two are insane.
I don't mind.
I'm off pedophiles trying to get added to the LGBTQ whatever thing. Like, no, you never ever get added to that. I think all pedophiles need to be put on an island, and they need to blow the island up. But that's a different topic. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I think it's crazy. Like, and then people will sit here and say like he's 11 years old. How does he know he's never been with a woman? Like, it's not about that. Like, I'm not gay at all.
But you knew you were straight though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just
break.
like I just don't see like why it's so hard to grasp like someone like being born and they're like, I think I'm just attracted to the same sex. I never been like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I just never. I don't know. I was like, oh, true. Like, I don't know. I've always had a pretty open mind. My mama didn't. I mean, shit. Like, my parents. You know what I'm saying? My parents military. So like off top, like I heard the gay jokes. I heard all kind of shit like that. Like, for a while you couldn't be gay in the military. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like I heard all that, but like my mom always taught me to like never like, you know what I'm saying, have a closed mind and judge other people and blah blah blah. I'm biracial. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't be like that. You know what I'm talking about? So like with me, I'm not surprised. Like 11 years old. Like, I mean, motherfucking, there are killers that's 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Salute it. I think that's awesome. I don't mean to cut you off. I think that's awesome. I think if we had more people more accepting of people when they were younger and knew these things, they probably wouldn't go through half of the things that they would go through. Because a lot of people, you got to think about it. As somebody, I'm part of the LGBTQIA, ABC, CNN, Z elephants, whatever. I'm part of that. So for me, it's like, I think if I had somebody come to me, or if I felt comfortable enough, I don't think I would have gone through the bouts of depression or knowing, damn, I really want to try this, but I can't because there's no place or space for me. And this is in a time of 1999. Where that sounds like it wasn't long ago, but low key that's far as fuck.
Yeah.
That was 20 years
ago.
So it's just like when I think of things like that, or it's like, damn, I really want to sit and tell my mom I met somebody, but it's a chick. No, it's so many different things. Like, you see all your friends doing shit, like going to the dances and doing stuff, and it's like, damn, you really want to go with so-and-so, but you can't. There's no space made for you, and it's not accepting. So I think it's nice to have parents. If my parents, they're accepting, but it took some time. But if my parents were more accepting of it, I don't think I would have went through a lot of the depression, a lot of the bouts of isolation, and a lot of other things like that within myself, because I didn't feel included. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. I mean, like, I think before Tiff probably got something to say for sure, but just real quick, like, I agree with all that. Only problem I do have is like, I don't think it should be pushed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think like, so like, I don't think this probably doesn't happen at all, but like this is like a probably bizarre situation. But like, let's say like two gay men have like adopt a child. First off, the child's gonna make the decision regardless of what they what they're gonna like when they're born. Like, just keeping the book, because like I said, I think it's something like that's just in you when you're born. But don't tell them like, oh, you need to be gay. You know what I'm saying, or something like that, or don't push the agenda. And that doesn't happen. That's bizarre. That doesn't happen. But I'm saying if that was ever a situation, like that's like the only thing. I think it should always be a choice. It's like you should never tell a gay person like you need to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's that's within them. And I guess what I'm getting at, so that was a very bizarre situation. I guess what I'm getting at is like, you know, it'd be a TV show and they'd be like, well, why wasn't the character gay? I'd be like, bro, like it's a fictional show. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it doesn't need to be. You don't need to put it in their face. So if there's a gay character on the show, that's cool too. It's a fictional show. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes like I see like the gay community, the LGBTQ community, like they'll get mad like, well, why wasn't this character gay? And I'll be like, what? Like this is a fictional show. Like that. Like you know what I'm saying? It could have went either way. I don't care. But like, why does it need to be? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're not represented in this area. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't want it to come down to the point where. So I remember there was a Twitter article where it was like it seemed like gay white men are more, you know,
they're racist as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like they don't give a fuck about. They gonna choose their race before they choose their orientation. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just like that shit. It's just mind boggling. Like you know the conversations and discussions that you know I had about that topic sometimes.
Yeah, but it's hard. I'm saying it's hard because I'm black and I'm black first. But anything involving, I think the biggest problem is people correlate sexuality to bedroom behavior, and that's not what sexuality is. That's merely just a small, tiny bump of the spectrum of what sexuality is. And I don't see, me personally, what's the big deal? That's, like I said, that's a small part of that. People need to stop looking at that versus let's look at, heteronormative sexuality. What is that? It's pretty known. We know what it is. It's in everybody's face. So it's just like sexuality is more than just sex. And I think that's part of it as well. And another thing is I'm black before I'm anything. However, it's hard to be black before I'm anything when black people feel so pressured to put us away. You know what I'm saying? And we're a stigmatized community, and it's just really frustrating. We're not accepted by the black community at all, and that's a whole different thing. But whatever. I'm black at the end of the day. I'm black as shit.
I think, but if we keep it in a buck, the gay black man got it worse than gay black men.
That's a whole.
You know what I'm saying? Because like people be like, oh, I don't care if she a lesbian, or she whatever. She like girls, but like you know what I'm saying? Gay black men or gay men in general got it way worse. But gay black men actually get it way worse. Gay black men got the way way worse.
I think so. Mainly because they're more flamboyant.
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not gonna be the person to say why.
Well, let me not say why. Let me say I think it's mainly because, and not all, but a lot of gay men and gay black men are very flamboyant.
But see, that's another thing. I don't see why that should make you uncomfortable. Zane, prime example. I'll big up Zane like a motherfucker because Zane is probably one of the most comfortable people I know within himself, his sexuality, like, period. Like, stuff like that don't really bother Zane at all. He gives no fuck. And I love that about you. So I don't understand, like, even when it comes to black women, and even if you tell a black woman, you've dated or interested in women, they get so uncomfortable. It's like, bitch, I don't necessarily want you. No offense. Just because I'm talking about it. And I think that's the thing. A lot of people take it so personal, like, oh, shit, this person's whatever, so they want me. I've had that happen around women a lot. And I'm like, I really don't want you. Like, I don't. Yeah. I promise.
Man, I didn't have some friends. I had some friends, like, they was like, yeah, hey, Zane, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gay. And I was like, bro, I've been known, nigga.
Knew this. Yeah. We were waiting on you, nigga.
Like type shit. Like, you still my nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, that shit I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different. I mean, you can say that, but a lot of other guys can't say that because they are not, in fact,
you're not comfortable with their masculinity.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Not at all.
Hell no.
At all. And that's why, to piggyback off what I said, that plays into the reason why gay black men do have it, how should I say, harder? I won't say the worst because I can't say I'm not in the category and I haven't experienced this, so I can't say that it's the worst. But from the outside looking in, I say that's the reason why the flamboyant nature bothers other black men that are not gay so much because they're not comfortable with their sexuality or masculinity.
Them niggas don't want your dicks.
Yeah, because you think about it like that, and I, my experience would be a whole lot different. But I see also the back end of why people get a little uncomfortable too, because maybe they had an experience that makes them uncomfortable. Like for me, when I was a little younger, I don't want to say, how should I say? I had a lesbian I'm just say it, but this is not to be offensive, a dyke, stalked me for a long time. Like, she would not leave me alone. It's like I could not get like from around her, but she would always fucking find me because we went to school together, and that makes me and I'm not now, but for a long time it made me very uncomfortable to be around women who were gay that were more masculine, and that was because I had that experience with her.
But I could like counteract that with like, let's say like a white girl gets robbed by a black guy, and then like for the rest of her life she's like, oh, I'm afraid of all black men. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
It's up to you or your parents or somebody in your life to explain to you like that's not how everybody
So she was
is.
a more masculine.
You know
so she was a stud, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
a stud.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right?
No,
You know
I
what I'm
totally
saying?
get what you're saying, and it is the same thing.
the
I
same
mean,
exact thing.
I'm not like that at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get uncomfortable, but you know, following that event of things that happened, for a minute I was very uncomfortable. And I mean, it's just, that's because, not because of you personally, but just because of the experience that I had, you know, within someone in the same category.
I definitely understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
No, that's understandable.
But hashtag fam, this portion of the show is sponsored by Hype Talk. Are you looking to leverage your brand, promote ideas that encourage positive behaviors, raise awareness, and or promote social change? Then look no further than Hype Talk Marketing and Events. We are a full-service social marketing agency that forms a partnership with brands on their journey to become culturally relevant and connecting with their customers to enact social change. We find inspiration and culture to advance the ways brands connect with their consumers and the community at large. We are provokers of change, and our pursuit of inspiration is not limited to any one type of industry, client type, consumer base, company size, or geographical location. Our clients include New York Times bestselling authors, TED speakers, nonprofits, and for-profit companies who wish to use their influence for good. Quite simply, we love to take on projects that allow us to put our mission of social change into practice. Visit us today at www.hypetalk.co. Give us a call at 713-332-8237, or shoot us an email at hello@hypetalk.co for your free consultation. And our last portion of the show is sponsored by Cold Hard Fash. Cold Hard Fash is a culture lifestyle brand of designer and trendsetting platforms and social experiences in art, world of fashion, culture, politics, sports, health, and fitness. We offer a curated culture for creatives, cultural influencers, professional innovators, and the social elite. Our cutting-edge style with fashion is our guide meets you in all areas of life to provide the commentary and connection for the consistent evolution of your runway. So do you want to stay ahead of the culture? Do you want to cleverly experience inspiration and ingenuity with our creative community? Then follow us on Instagram at ColdHardFash and check us out and subscribe to www.coldhardfash.com to join the conversation.
Yeah, and if you want to hire Zane, he's on Fiverr. You know, he does announcements, commercials, all that good shit. So, I mean,
if y'all like my voice, man, reach out to me at Zane Taught Me on Instagram.
he will
DM me.
seriously do
For sure.
a commercial.
You know, man.
Not
For
even
sure, for
playing.
sure.
I need to be a commentary guy or something.
In real life.
All that. But hashtag fam, hope y'all enjoyed the show. You know what I'm saying? For real. But so I guess I'll bring the show out today. You know, that's how I'm feeling. So you know what I'm saying? Like, lastly, make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms right here at Zane Taught Me. Really hope y'all enjoyed the show. We got some more live shit to talk about next week. Might throw a little topics in there. You know, we like to get a little spicy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So what's good, Tiff? Well, you over here laughing and shit.
Zane got big dick energy today.
Zane, like, hey, Zane, I'm not mad at you, bro. Like, I'm just sitting here like, do your thing.
He done took over. He
I'm
got
just on the
big
show.
dick energy today. Okay.
I'm just
mad
on the
at
show.
it.
I don't know
You
what's
feel me?
happening.
I ain't mad at it. But, you know, Tiffany.co. Follow me on Instagram. I'm glad that we were here, all made it here to this week, this
On
show.
time.
So we will see y'all next week. You know, go ahead and take us out, Chris.
Oh, no, I thought Zane was taking us out. I thought I was just gonna say my. Come on, Elijah, roll my shit. There we go. _Shay_Chris. Find me there. That's all I have to say because it's Zane's show. Zane, go ahead. Yeah.
Y'all
Roll us
funny
out.
as hell. But like hashtag fam, I really appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in every week. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. And I'm glad everybody was here today and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all have an open mind and, love one another and whatnot. But see y'all next week on hashtag.
And as always, if you liked what you've seen, tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe
Get
and
some
share,
likes.
and make sure you keep it rolling and come back to us every week. Keep us growing.
Yeah, we got some people in there too.